You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. Putting in the work for the most high. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' ride. Showing you our past didn't start with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. Judah is something special, they can never be that. We raise the vengeance with the knowledge so our enemies crack. In fact, listen to the class and the topic. Bomb subject matter, breakdowns atomic. Gathering the people, the whole duty of prophets.
Israel united in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a non-violent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. Welcome to another edition of Precept Upon Precept. I'm Officer Matthew.
Officer Mikael.
Officer Thomas.
Officer Iran.
And we are back with another episode of Precept Upon Precept. Today's topic is Babylon is falling.
Falling.
Look at the times. Babylon is falling. Y'all got to understand something. This country is going down.
Oh, the way down.
Fast. When you look at it, we see everything that's going on in the world. At least you should be. Hey, get that scripture where Christ said, watch and pray. Mark 13:3, I believe it is. Because Cap, he posted like all the time.
Right.
I think it's Mark 13:3.
Oh, that's not it.
13:33.
The book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is.
So watch and pray. What are we supposed to be watching? The news, current events, prophecy, classes. You think that it's a coincidence that our leadership has been coming out with class after class after class on the fall of this country, the wars to come, the stuff that's already happened? Smoke and drops. Don't forget that class. A lot of this stuff is needful because the time is short. It's shorter than what we think. And we're going to dive into it right now, all right? So the first thing we got to understand is Babylon is going down. Hey, get that first, yes, that article right there. That article right there. So you got to scroll up because that thing got that. This should be a good kickoff to the show itself. This should be a very good kickoff.
Vaccine inequality could cost the global economy trillions, reports find.
Now, see, this is what you got to ask yourself now. How can not having the vaccine cause an economic crisis?
It's a vaccine inequality.
So certain people that may not have access to the vaccine, it could cost the global economy. How?
Hey, I would like to take a jab at that. The way it could cause global economic crisis because, once again, they're trying to get rid of the people, the workers that's not taking the jab, right? And then once that happens, next thing you know, businesses slow down. Now can't produce food, can't produce oil, can't produce, etc. And next thing you know, it's a ripple effect.
Facts.
Big facts.
So the vaccine inequality could cost the global economy trillions. Scroll down.
Key points. The world economy could lose $2.3 trillion because of delayed vaccinations, with developing nations losing the most. The Economist Intelligence Unit said.
So the developing nations, that goes to third world countries, countries that are not as rich, countries that are in debt to the rich countries. You got to understand that. Countries that are in debt to the rich countries, what they're saying is it's going to cost the world $2.3 trillion because they didn't get the mosquito bite. So because third world countries did not get the mosquito bite, it's going to cost the world trillions of dollars.
So it's Haiti's fault. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes. Watch this. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Hey, go up. That is a direct forward camera shot. What arm is she getting it in?
Left.
Left?
Left.
So that ain't the mark of the beast?
Damn. I don't think
It
so.
said it said the right hand or the forehead. She getting it in her left arm. You idiots out there that talking about this the mark of the beast. Scroll down.
Yo, stupido.
And I'm not gonna let y'all off the hook because y'all never said nothing years ago about the mark of the beast being a vaccinated shot. Y'all said it was a chip. Y'all said it was a microchip. Y'all not about to switch up now.
Right.
You better stick hold to that potato chip doctrine. All right, read that.
Lays.
The world economy is set to lose trillions in GDP because of delayed vaccination timelines, with developing economies bearing most of the losses due to the uneven rollout. The Economist Intelligence Unit said in a report, countries that are not able to inoculate 60% of their population mid-2022 will lose $2 trillion between 2022 and 2025. The EIU predicted.
So why would they lose $2.3 trillion between 2022 and 2025 if they're not able to get 60% of their population inoculated?
Sound like it's government funded.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
It is government. It is government funded. You don't take the jab, you ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? You don't take the jab, you ain't got the job. Period.
And this like really remind me of the Pharaoh story, because it's like Esau is all about his money. That's a lot of money right there. But he's setting himself up to like, he's like, the hell with that. I'm going to get these jabs out no matter if we fall, if my country goes down. And you know what I'm saying? It's like like the Pharaoh story.
Hey, it's the Joe Pesci syndrome.
Joe Pesci.
I'm a kill you, commit suicide, and then kill you again.
Don't make sense.
It don't. It don't.
At all.
It don't. It's the look, I will lose everything to make sure you die. Now, if this was actually about health, why isn't this treated like all of the other flu shots?
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
I mean, when swine flu came out, they wasn't like this. They wasn't attacking like this.
Nope.
Bird flu,
what is it?
H1N1, Zika, SARS,
Ebola.
They was not like this with all of those other ones. They was not shutting down the country, pulling government funding, putting your job on the line. They wasn't doing none of that before. So why is it with this one in particular that they got their hand around the neck of all of these small countries? Keep on reading.
Emerging countries would shoulder around 2/3 of these losses. Further delay their economic convergence with more developed countries, wrote Aggie Damaris, the EIU's global forecasting director. Scroll down. There is little chance that the divide over access to vaccines will ever be bridged.
Keep on reading. Watch this.
Asia will be by far the most severely affected continent.
I wonder, wait a minute. It said Asia would be the most affected continent.
Hmm.
But don't they have embargoes against China? Don't they have beef with Korea? Don't they have problems going on in the Middle East right now? Didn't they
Mhm.
just pull out of Pakistan?
Yes, they did.
So how are they being predicted, of course, how are they predicted to be the most affected continent when it comes to losing money?
Does everything come out of China?
But if everything come out of China and the U.S. is not allowing them to trade, then what?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're going to be the most affected because they the ones that they got beef with already. We got it, bro. This is a chess move.
So I got a question. Are other countries doing the same thing? Not they're letting employees go because they're not getting
Yeah,
jab?
they got certain in Africa, I believe it was one of the African presidents. I forgot the country. I'll get it in a second though. He was saying that you won't even have access to your bank account if you ain't got the jab.
Damn.
Damn.
It's almost like they all conspiring with, like, for all of them to come on one accord like that. Something just don't seem right.
Yeah, that's because they're going with the policies of the world power.
Wait a minute.
Let me get First Maccabees 8:4 real quick again,
Brother, let me get
because what we going over is in the Bible. We gonna show you that in the Bible. Read that.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 8 and verse 4. And that by their policies and patience they had conquered all that place.
So through their policies and patience, they conquered all that place. Jump now to verse 12.
Verse 12. But with their friends
Uh-huh.
and such as relied upon them,
Uh-huh.
they kept at meat.
Amity. So with their friends, they kept agreements. They say, look, y'all get the jab, we gonna give y'all this money. You don't get this jab, we gonna sanction you. We gonna block you. You're not gonna get none of these goods. You don't gonna get this jab. Read on.
And that they had conquered kingdoms, both far and nigh, and so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
And this is how America conquers kingdoms. Because if you don't follow their policies, if you don't do what they say do, then they don't want to deal with you. They gonna sanction you. They gonna block you out. That's how America roll. That's it.
Hey, facts. Hey, keep on reading that article.
These estimates are striking, but they only are partially captured missed economic opportunities, especially in the long term. The EIU said nothing that the pandemic's effect on education was not taken into account in this forecast. Richer countries pivot to remote learning during lockdowns, but many in the developing world did not have that option. More than 213 million people have been affected with COVID-19.
So that last statement, it said richer countries pivoted to remote learning during lockdowns, but many in the developing world did not have that option. Because in America, I mean, we can say we won't. We spoiled. We're spoiled here. They say, oh, you can't go to school. Okay, so we'll just turn on the computer and learn online. We'll just use our internet that we have at home. They don't have that option. A lot of them don't have internet. A lot of them don't have electricity. A lot of them don't have toilets. They don't have warm showers. They don't have these things. So when they come down to it and they got to get certain mandates put out and they got to get you can't go out in public. You got to be on lockdown. You got curfews. That affects them economically.
Damn.
Because they can't. There is no alternative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of our people now, they could go ahead and get work from home jobs. Ain't no work from home jobs in a lot of them third world countries. They can't do that. Only thing that they could do is comply with whatever their government say. Because they at the beck and call of their government. Whatever their government say, that's what they got to do. Now watch this. Go to that last article that I posted, that Officer Thomas posted, actually. It's the very last one. Just to show you, it said that Asia will be the most severely affected, right? Officer Thomas, you want to speak on this one?
Oh, this is a article I seen. So normally, we get imports in from China and all those countries, but when they don't bring these clothing over to America, whatever we don't use, it gets shipped over there, and it's just sitting out there on the beaches. It's just piled up. They don't have nowhere to do. They don't have nowhere to put it. It's just sitting out there.
So they really got mountains of clothes.
It's mountain of clothes. It's just sitting out
Just
there.
sitting out there
Brand
on-
new. Brand new.
in Chile.
It's chilling. Read that. Read
Do
the
you,
article.
bro? Do y'all see how they threw away clothes? Like our people in Africa don't have a lot of clothes. They throwing stuff away, like to a whole nother country in Chile.
Damn.
Read that. Read the article.
A mountain of unsold clothing from fast fashion retailers is piling up in the Chilean desert.
So like we were saying, it's unsold clothing. So it's brand new. Never been used before.
A huge heap of unwear clothing is piling up in Chile's economic desert. An estimated of 39,000 tons of clothes that can't be sold in the U.S. or Europe end up in Chile yearly.
So why can't the clothes be sold in the U.S.? Because they got all them damn containers out there in the ocean, out there in California, and can't none of the stuff come in.
And they got embargoes on China, so they're not importing everything.
Right.
And if they did import it, then that means that the U.S. got to pay China for the clothes. Then the U.S. got to mark up the clothes. You know what I'm saying? They can't mark up nothing because can't nobody buy it.
Right.
Why they don't just donate the clothes? You know what I'm saying?
39,000 tons.
Bruh,
That's a lot of clothes.
39,000 tons, bruh. That can't be sold in the U.S. and Europe, end up in Chile yearly. I think we need to start taking trips to Chile.
For real.
Get buku clothes from Chile and just bring it back.
Open up a little
Might as
Goodwill
well.
or something, you know?
Might as well. I mean, hey, let's see if we got Israelites in Chile. Matter of fact, I know we do, cause they contacted. Yeah. We gonna. Hey, that might be a little.
Hey.
You scroll up, you see the picture of the sister. She already on game.
Hey,
Yeah,
that might be
she-
a little. That might be a little something that we could do, bro.
Y'all out there in Chile, y'all better go see what's popping out there. Got a lot of clothes out there.
That might be something we could do. Hey, scroll down. Go ahead, Officer Thomas.
Keep reading down. Keep going.
All right. According to a report from Agence France Presse, the massive mound of clothes consists of garments made in China and Bangladesh that make their way to stores in the U.S., Europe, and Asia. When the garments are not purchased, they are brought to Chile's inquiry port to be resold or other Latin American countries.
So China and Bangladesh making all these clothes to get sent to the U.S., but the U.S. like, man, we don't want that. We're not dealing with y'all. So all that extra stuff just gets sent to Chile to be sold to the Latin American countries. They get, I guess, what you could call the hand-me-downs. Whatever America don't want, they just ship it off to them.
Bruh. That's and they wonder why they say that, you know, the world economy is gonna lose. How much money you think is in 39 tons of clothes?
That's a lot of money. And you know that kind of made me feel some type of way, because I always be getting these little ads on the phone for $1 a day you can clothe the African. Y'all need to go to Chile. It's like, don't come to me. I ain't got it. Y'all go to Chile and get some clothes from them people.
Or you know, saying you can have the people that's in Chile just ship the clothes on over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, there's 39,000 tons of clothes. That's enough for a whole nation. And if you resell it, you could make some money off that, bro. Like that's damn.
So read that bottom part right there. Let's see what they do with the clothes, though.
AFP found that about 59,000 tons of clothing end up at the port of Chile every year. Of that, at least 39,000 tons are moved into landfills in the desert.
So over 60% of the clothes, they just throw it away. They don't
Damn.
even use it. They just throw it away.
Alex Carno, a former employee at the inquiry reports import section, told AFP the clothing arrived from all over the world. Carino added that most of the clothes are later disposed of when the shipments can't be resold across Latin America.
Bro, that's because they can't get rid of it, they just throw it away. 59,000 tons.
And that just show you how rich America is, cause where they could just what people in the third world countries see as something that's precious. The Americans, we look at it as being shameful. It might not be Nike. If it ain't Nike or whatever, what's the new stuff? Gucci, Prada,
Louis
Vuitton.
Fendi.
Our people don't want to wear, but those people in third world countries, they'll love to have that type of stuff.
Bro, and you know what? That's a heavy point because I know a lot of people that like they harp on, oh, that's fake J's. Oh, that ain't real. Or boy, what the hell you wearing? Like the poorest people spend the most on clothes, on foolishness. The richest people be shopping at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? The people with the money, like the people with real money, they don't buy Lambos.
Hey, the new person with the biggest mic said that same thing a while ago when remember that song Kanye West had? He said that
What?
about poor people buying stuff to look rich and all
Yeah.
that. Kanye said that years ago.
Yeah. That's what we do. We be making $24,000 a year and be spending $300 on shoes. You know what I'm saying? Looking like $1 million, but only got $100 in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? $20 in our pocket. Like, come on, man, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Only a rich nation like this could throw away that much clothes and then say, hey, give me some money to clothe some Africans and some poor and disenfranchised people. We got third world country, man. They need some clothes.
Right.
What?
Yep. And you got to
You
think
just
about
threw
it
it
too.
away.
How long have they been doing this? Because we just seen this article in 2021, but they say every year they got 59,000 tons of clothes every year.
Right.
It just go there. So they probably got millions of tons of, I don't know how to say it right, but they probably got buku clothes over there. Keep going on the article.
The used clothes brought to the desert heaps for disposal now blanket an entire swath of land in the Acoma Desert in Chile.
Alto Hospicio.
Alto Hospicio, Chile.
Scroll down so
We know Judah. We know Judah.
Woo.
Brother struggling.
Alto Hospicio.
Scroll down so we can see.
Hospicio. Alto Hospicio. Chile.
So
Look at
all that's
this.
clothes.
Bro, that look like people.
That's clothes, bro.
Look at the comparison. Look at the car at the top right. Right? That's the car. That's a vehicle. The rest of that is clothes.
Brand new clothes. Not hand-me-downs.
Never been worn. So this ain't stuff that was going to TJ Maxx or Marshalls.
No.
Nope.
This is stuff that was going to Saks Fifth,
Uh-huh.
Still got the tags on it. And the
Canal
plastic.
Street.
You know what that remind me of? Where's Waldo? That's what that looks like, a Where's Waldo picture. And that's clothes, man. It's crazy.
Bruh.
The problem is that the clothing is not biodegradable and has chemical products. So it is not accepted in the
Municipal.
municipal landfills.
Meaning it don't break down. Like biodegradable meaning it'll break down over time.
Right.
Clothes don't do that.
Nope.
You got to have bugs to eat away at it in order for it to go.
And all those chemicals just seep down into the earth.
Yeah, that dye, the sprays and stuff that they make. You know what I'm saying? The latex and all of that stuff that they have in all of these things, it just go down into the earth and it pollute the soil.
Say Franklin Zapata, founder of Ecofibra, a company that is trying to make use of the discarded clothing by making insulation panels out of it.
Look, all they got to do is contact a few of their people back here in the States, i.e. some of the Hispanics and Negroes. Hey, if y'all contact some of us, we'll open up some stores. That right there can cause some serious economic rejuvenation
Right.
to our people. But first, you ain't going to do it if you ain't got your mind right.
Right.
That's why all these sisters got all these little boutiques, and they be all on Instagram and Facebook with their ads with shop at my boutique and do this for my boutique and all of that stuff. Hey, they got 59,000 tons of clothes. 59,000 tons of clothes. Y'all trying to do boutiques and stuff like that. We can have a whole mall with nothing but clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I shop on Wish.
Yeah, and that goes into give Proverbs
real.
3 and 31 because
Y'all be paying up $300 for J's. I go get them fake J's for $17 and still wear them.
yeah.
Hey.
Look, the scriptures say the chief things in life is food, clothing, and shelter to cover shame. As long as you got clothes on your back, you good. You ain't got the Most High ain't said nothing about no Gucci or no Prada. But like once again, because we Babylonianized, we want to look like the people who don't give a damn about us, and they don't even want us to wear their clothes anyway.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
God say don't envy them. That goes into not wearing what they wear too, because they didn't make no Gucci and Prada for no damn black people. Hell, Jordan didn't even make Jordans for black people.
Yep. Hey, Timberland, they didn't make Timbs for black people.
No.
They didn't make Levi Strauss. That wasn't made for black people.
Hey, Levi Strauss, matter of fact, the horse that's tearing the jeans apart, that's making mockery of slavery when they tore us apart with them horses. The Timberland tree, that's a hanging tree. Tommy Hilfiger said, F you, nigga.
All right. But they'll make fun of somebody like Shaq who try to help less fortunate children and put his shoes in Walmart.
Right.
Hey.
Him and Stephon Marbury.
Hey, and you know what? It was a sister that actually motivated him to do that. He said that he's got the sneaker deal, and he was thinking of putting this stuff up, and the lady said, see, this is what I don't like about y'all athletes. Y'all get these deals, and then y'all put these prices so far above the price range that we can afford that it's unfair. And now none of our kids that like your ability to play sports and want to be like you, none of them can wear your stuff. He said, you know what?
You right.
She right. And then he put his stuff in Walmart. But then because we get it from Walmart, like, oh, that boy got them Shaqs on. Hey, I've been wearing Shaqs for some time now.
All right.
Hey.
And ain't nobody said nothing. You want to know why? Because the name brand don't make you look good.
Right.
And nowadays, a lot of these name brands make you look crazy as hell. They make you look homeless. A lot of them. Look at all that that Kanye stuff he wearing now. That boy look homeless. He look like he mentally retarded. You know how you dress like you a special ed student.
Like he came out of crazy home or something.
You know what I'm saying? That boy got sped clothes
If
on.
if I seen him, I probably would give him some
Spade.
change or something.
Huh?
If I seen him, probably give him some change or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, have y'all seen the Yeezys? That's some ugly shoes.
Ugly shoe.
I don't even like all the Jordans. There's only like 2 Jordans that I ever liked. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all we got, like 23 of them, 25.
It's something like that.
He come out with
And
the
that,
same
that was
the
probably the black
retros.
and white pattern leather and the black and red pattern leather ones.
No, I
all
like the
the-
13s, and I think there was either the 9s or the 11s, one of them. But that's about it. Other than that, all the other Jordans to me is ugly. I would never pay that much for no Jordans. And then I knew brothers that was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Like, bro, we just did a whole week of school and we just did work. Like, some of us had jobs. So I'm not about to go get off of work at my job, working fast food, get off at like 11:30 at night, and then get up at 4 o'clock in the morning
Just to wait in line.
just to go fight somebody in the line to get some J's.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
something. I'm gonna tell
Not
you
about
something.
to happen.
I ain't start camping until I came into the truth. So I wasn't about to camp out in nobody line in the cold on some concrete for some doggone shoes.
Bro,
Hey, and
Hell
then
to
you
the
might not
no.
even get the shoes sometimes. They sell out.
they sell out. You know what I'm saying? They sell out. Or they got people with connects and they like, hey, hold them J's for me. I'm going to come get them. They got them, bro. Like, come on,
For
man.
real.
Like, all of this stuff. And this is what black people do. This is what Negroes fight over. They got a world economy that they talking about shutting down in order for us to get a vaccine, but we sitting there talking about what name brand somebody else got on. Hey, go to that. You finished with this article? Hey, go to that other article with the shipping container that Captain Shim posted. Yes, shipping's extreme consolidation. I'm about to say, what you about to do some coding or something? Boy, he hit the wrong key real quick. I know about the Control F, man.
All right. Shipping's extreme consolidations could prolong supply chain pain.
So, extreme consolidation, that means that there's a lot of holdup. There's a lot of holdup. There's a lot of buildup.
Hold up.
Wait. If y'all ain't got the vaccine, you ain't getting paid. Read that.
U.S. policymakers have never been more focused on global container shipping than they are today. Yet, the steel of this industry, the ships and the containers, is outside of the U.S. control, consolidated into the hands of an extremely small circle of non-U.S. companies that continue to bolster their market shares. The big keep getting bigger.
So the big keep getting bigger. So the policymakers are the ones that are actually forcing all of this stuff to happen. Go ahead. I don't know how to just say Olivier.
Olivier. Got it? Got
I
it
don't know how
good?
to say it. Just say Olivier.
Olivier, CEO of the container equipment leaser Texainer, summed up the situation during his company's quarterly conference call. The question we always get is, how long will this last? In my opinion, it's really about consumers' demand that's running very high, and this can only be resolved in two ways. Either by consumer demand coming down a bit or with
Infrastructure.
investment increasing.
So what he's saying is the only way that this thing can be solved is if people don't want it no more, which, I mean, we're consumers. We're a consumer country. We're always going to want stuff. We're always going to consume. We're always going to need things. So there's always going to be a demand. So demand will never go away because we're a demanding people. And the other one is infrastructure investment, meaning making more jobs. But you can't make more jobs if you're cutting the jobs off that's already here. Like, it's plain to see. Like, it's not difficult. Y'all are putting people in a corner saying, hey, you got to get this mosquito bite, and if you don't, you're going to lose your job. So now your infrastructure is suffering for it. Read on.
And as you can guess, infrastructure investments take a long time.
Wonder why it takes a long time? Because you got to get qualified individuals. You got to get the jobs. You have to have a demand for the job. You got to rewrite company policy. All of that stuff takes a long time.
Hey, and another thing too, like I was listening to this guy, he was saying as these prices continue to rise, like gas, food, inflation, all this stuff continue to rise, guess what the employee's gonna go to their employer and say, I need a raise, right?
I need money.
So exactly, I need money. They're gonna have it on their teeth. And with that being said, bam, the employer gonna be like, okay, I can give you a raise, but now I gotta raise my prices up. And the circle just keeps going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, somebody said it in the chat. It's gonna go back to I know a lot of people don't know this about 90s New Orleans. But 90s New Orleans, the reason why the murder rate was so high is because they had people that was robbing the shipping containers.
Individual mayhem.
So it was either coming in on a train or it was coming in on the ship through the port of New Orleans. They had a lot of crooked people back then who was letting a lot of stuff happen. So they'll pop a container full of AK-47s because, you know, everybody down here was talking about chopper this and chopper that.
Yep.
They got a container full of AK-47s. That's why the murder rate was so high. That's why you could get guns faster than you can get a book. You know what I'm saying? The same thing about to start happening now. You back people into a corner. Matter of fact, get that in Proverbs 30. Get that in Proverbs 30. They know exactly what they're doing. All you got to do is look at the scriptures. We look at the scriptures in order to see how to better ourselves. They look at the scriptures in order to see how do I keep them where they at.
And while we looking at the scriptures to better ourselves, and they looking at the scriptures to see how they can keep the wicked of our people where they at, the wicked of our people worrying about Stevie J and Faith Evans. Yeah, they got a divorce because of domestic violence. Faith Evans beat them up or something. Yeah, exactly.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 7.
Wow.
2 things I have required of thee. Deny me them not before I die.
Uh-huh.
Remove far from me vanity and lies, and give me neither poverty nor riches.
Scriptures say, don't give me poverty, don't give me riches. Why?
Feed me with food convenient for me,
Read.
lest I be full and deny thee.
So that's what the rich do. A lot of rich people, if you haven't noticed already, a lot of rich people, they give money, and then all of a sudden, I don't believe in God per se, but I believe in the laws of the universe. Or I believe in a higher power. You know, I mean, I believe in, the God that, the Bible. And then they start finding everything wrong with the Bible. Once they get the money that they're comfortable. Well, man wrote the Bible.
Yeah, I don't believe in the Bible, but as soon as they win a Grammy,
I like to thank God. I don't really believe in the Bible how you do it. I just try to be a good person. They always do that. Read on.
And say, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and still.
Lest I be poor and what?
And still.
And steal. Read.
And take the name of my God in vain.
Because that's what's going to happen. The goodness that you were supposed to do according to the scriptures, now you done flipped it. Now you starving. And they know that. They know that if things keep going the way it is, eventually crime is going to rise. But guess what? How you going to fight the crime when the police force is quitting? Who's going to be in the police station to process the paperwork? If the people that was there were forced off of the job because they had to get an inoculation. Read the article again. No incentive to change behavior.
No one incentive to change behavior. 3 main decisions making groups steer vessels and equipment pricing and availability. Shipping lines, which offer freight rates and purchase the leased ships and containers. Container equipment lessors, which order new boxes and offer leasing rates. And containers factories, which offer the prices for newly constructed boxes.
So they just basically ran through from, wait a minute, from the equipment that's needed and the availability of it. The shipping lines, the freight rates, the leasing of the ships, the leasing of the containers, the equipment that's needed to take the containers off the ships, all of that stuff is affected. Go ahead.
Only a handful of companies control capacity in each of these 3 groups. And in each case, the current market situation is enormously profitable, removing incentives to compete more on price.
So before, you could get a company share. You could get a selling bonus. You can get, incentive. And most incentives in business are monetary.
Yep.
So you get these incentives because you had a good quarter, but now there's no incentive because who else is going to actually do the work? There's only a few companies that got the ability to keep their business running.
Yep.
So there's the only incentive is we still have jobs.
Hey,
Right.
that go back to that article we read last week with that company Mars, or however you said, but
Maersk.
Maersk when it went up when that 20-foot container it costed $20,000 for them to move. So they're not gonna try to change nothing. They living it up. They making money. So that goes into those where it says go back down. Only a handful of companies control capacity in each of these three groups. Them people not gonna do nothing to stop that money from coming in. They gonna keep it like it is.
Yeah, because the crisis, the economic crisis, is actually making them money. The further in debt the country goes, the more rich they get. And those rich companies control a lot more than just shipping. Think about it. If they control shipping, if they control supply and demand, they control everything. Everything. You can't get supplies without them. You can't get food without them. Things can't go out without them. Stores won't be restocked without them. So you got selfish Edomites, and you know they Esau because they own the stuff. Jake ain't got this kind of power. You got all of these different people, and yes, they're willing to kill their own people along with the people that they're trying to kill in the first place. They're willing to kill their own people in order to get the job done. So just because everybody's subject to it, so what? They just victims of war.
It's called collateral damage.
That's all. That's all they are. We the main target. Everybody else is collateral damage, and they're willing to do that. Read on.
According to data from Alpha Liner, the top 8 liner companies now control 81% of global capacity. G's query noted that prices obtained by shipping lines are extremely high, and there is still plenty of cargo waiting to be shipped in Asia. So shipping lines really are in an environment where there is absolutely no need to change their behavior.
So why change?
Right.
The companies own it.
Yeah, business is booming. Why
Why
stop?
change it?
Why stop?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, go back to just $2,000 per container? No, I want to keep this 20 racks per container like I've been getting.
20 racks per container. You still got stuff that needs to be shipped because your people want it. Give me my money.
Yeah,
That's what they saying.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? The way they might be thinking, they might be manipulating some stuff to keep that thing going. They making a lot of money now. They got money to, you know what I'm saying, kind of tweak stuff. And you know what? We gonna let's say that ship broke right there. We gonna hold this out here a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? And just manipulate the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, they creating the bottleneck because if they
That's
create
why-
the bottleneck, there's going to be more demand.
Hey, go up. I'm going to show you something that you just said. All right, right there. What it said, Olivier, CEO of Container Equipment Lesser, Textainer. What does that say in parentheses?
That's the stock.
New York Stock Exchange.
You're right.
TGH. That's their stock exchange abbreviation.
Mm-hmm.
So if they got stocks, they got a lot of money.
And you know what they did? Why did they throw their stock exchange tag out there? So you can go invest.
For the other people to, hey, you better jump on this train while it's going.
Right.
Because the bubble about to pop. They know it.
Damn, yeah.
This is a last-ditch effort to get a whole lot of money. Which, the scriptures talk about their money and their stuff and ain't going to be able to help them in the day of judgment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But this is where their mind is. Their mind is on, matter of fact, get that in Obadiah about the thief. And when the scriptures say that we are rich, it's talking about we have the kingdom of heaven. That's why right before it said, I know thy works, tribulation, and poverty. You Can't be in poverty and be rich at the same time. We're rich because we got the kingdom of heaven coming to us.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
So it's a shame if, you know what I'm saying, you done got cut off if you had a thief come to you. You got stuff took from you. Read on.
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Most thieves take what they can carry. Most. They take what they can carry. Whatever could fit in their hand, whatever they can grab real quick, that's what they take and they running with it. Read on.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
So they would leave some grapes. Esau, though, Esau take everything. Esau break in your house, take your furniture, and then take your house. And then after you get the house, he take the land that the house was on. And then after he take the land that the house was on, he take your street. And then make a law saying you can't come back to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Read on the article.
All right. The same goes for container equipment factors, virtually all of which are in China. Following recent consolidations, the top 3 Chinese builders produce 83% of all new boxes.
How in the hell could you have a beef with the people that control 83% of the boxes that are made? How? How could you have a beef with the people? You trying to trade embargo the people that make the shipping containers that you need for the equipment for your own country.
It is called pride and arrogance. That's what it is.
Oh, snap.
What do they say? God bless America and no one else.
Yeah.
That's their pride and arrogance.
Hey, watch this. Read on.
They are charging expensive prices for their containers.
That go with the article we were talking about last week. 20 grand per container. Read on.
Say GI Sir Creel. They have.
Just say G, because I don't even know is that right.
That is Esquire.
Say that Squire. Okay. They have a vested interest in maintaining the high pricing levels. So we really can't see why manufacturing prices would drop. They have no incentives to change behavior.
So they know that this crisis ain't going nowhere. Why would I make it cheaper? It's already gone up.
Yep.
When price already goes up, that's a new bar. That's a new marker. They're not
Right.
trying to make it go down. And if it does go down, it's only going to go down slightly. They're not going to make this thing go down. They are like go up. It said they have a vested interest in maintaining the high pricing levels.
So I go back to what I was just saying. They manipulate shit. We getting money now. You know what I'm saying? Let's put some money over here to keep this thing going.
Why would they change it? What incentive do they have to make it cheaper?
None.
What, you know what I'm saying? That's basic business. All right. If I make this cheaper, what you gonna do for me?
Right.
Nothing. You just want me to make it cheaper? No, it's 20 grand now. That's it. That's the price.
And they got that because they know they need the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They got all the bargaining power, so they could do whatever. They could say whatever the hell they want.
They're
gotta
a
comply.
production country. We're a consumption country. We don't produce nothing. And what the crazy part is, black people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say.
Oh, that they liquid money?
Nope. Donald Trump was trying to make us a production country. He was trying to keep everything American. Remember in his
He was
trying to keep everything American. He was trying to make the products American, the vehicles American. He was trying to kickstart companies and stuff like that, make American products, make jobs for Americans. He was doing that. Everybody called him a racist. Everybody's, oh, that ain't right. That ain't right. Yeah. Now you see the effects of it. You're like, look, I know from a business perspective, all right, I know from a business perspective that if I control the business, when the market crashes, I control the market now.
That's what happens.
Hey, but look, we're going to go a commercial break real quick. We got a few commercials that we're going to play, but we're going to be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Nowhere.
If I had a choice of where I want to be,
You can see me running to the battleground.
front line, first infantry.
I wanna be the first one there to get down.
I would die on a daily.
I'm coming up to sacrifice me right now.
Put me in the army of the Most High. Put me in the army of the Most High. Milk dripping from my cheek, but I put down the rattle, for thou was girding me with strength for the battle.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Look, we still touching on this thing, bro. If y'all ain't seeing it yet, hey, hold that scripture to say, fill thee with men as with caterpillars. It's in Jeremiah. We're gonna get that. So you gotta understand, yes, the Most High punishes us through Esau. Wanna know why? Wanna know
Joe
why?
behind wicked as hell.
No, we're gonna show why. We're gonna show why. Hey, hold that Jeremiah. Give me Deuteronomy 28:46.
Bring it out.
47, my bad. 47. Deuteronomy 28:47. We're gonna show why is the Lord punishing us through Esau.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
That's why. We didn't want to serve God. Our women wanted to wear pants. Our brothers wanted to wear dresses. Look at Kid Cudi. Dude wore a wedding dress to a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Our people wanted to worship other gods. They wanted to go with other religions. They wanted equality for all. They did not want to run the world. They did not want God to be the God over them. They wanted to worship what everybody else worshiped. They wanted to do what everybody else did. They wanted to fornicate. They wanted to commit adultery. They wanted to commit idolatry. They wanted to kill each other. They liked hatred. They liked going from woman to woman, man to man. They liked defiling their temple. They liked all that stuff. They liked eating pork and defiled foods. So yeah, we get punished through them. Does he see us and does he still have compassion on us? Yes, because he made a promise to our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the promise is going to come. We just got to be the ones to repent and actually get it done. The promises is coming. Are you going to be a part of it? That's the question. Now, continue reading in this article.
The pattern repeats yet again in the container equipment leasing sector. Following recent consolidations, the top 5 players control 82% of the world's leasing capacity.
82%. That's 4/5
Yes.
of all of the, only 5 companies. Come on, man. They getting big money off of this. They have no reason to drop prices.
No.
If this continues on, they continually get rich. They want this to happen. They saying to themselves, shoot, keep rejecting the doggone shot. Keep rejecting it. The more you reject it, the more money I get. And the less products that we get on our shelves in the stores. And the more mayhem is going to follow because our people, they get very irritable when they can't get what they want.
Right.
Read.
Likewise, there is no risk here that the major players would suddenly change their behavior, maintain, Sequire.
Mm-hmm.
Add it all up, and it equates to a grand total of just 16 companies, 8 liners, 3 factory groups, and 5 box leasers.
So 8 shipping liners, meaning people, the ships, actual ships. The 3 factories that make the shipping containers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 5 companies that actually lease out the containers. Read.
That control over 80% of container ship capacity, box production capacity, and box leasing capacity. Shareholders of each of these 16 companies will benefit financially if today's high pricing persists.
Read that part again.
Shareholders of each of these 16 companies would benefit financially if today's high prices persist.
Hey, to your point, that's why they plug they New York Stock Exchange abbreviation. Because if you a shareholder, you better ride this wave.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100. I was gonna go look that up after. You know what I'm
Hey.
They
Might be a
stock
good time to get in.
Their stock price is probably $200 a share.
For real.
They probably $200 a share. Hey, go to from this article. Now we see what's going on, right? Go, Akim, go to the one, the CNN one you want.
Hold up. Read where it says according to, because we talked about them last week. See where it says according to?
Yes, sir.
The top 8.
Alphaliner.
According to Alphaliner, the top 8 liners are Maersk,
That's
based in
Maersk. We talked about Maersk.
Maersk, based in Denmark, MSC, Switzerland, CMA, GCM.
Bro, you know we reading, right?
GCM, France, Costco, China, Hapag Lloyd, Germany, One, Japan, Evergreen, Taiwan, and HMM, South Korea.
So we know Costco, we know Hapag Lloyd,
Uh-huh.
we know Maersk. I've seen MSC before. Bro, that's a lot. I see a lot of those, and y'all do too. We see a lot of those freights coming up and down the highway.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a lot of that. That's big. Like if those are the 8 liners that actually make the supplies come in and they are the ones that control all of that. Bruh, a lot of things about to start happening. Go to that CNN article that you had about the food. Yeah.
Here's why groceries keep getting more expensive.
Uh-huh.
You've probably realized that shopping for food and household basics is more expensive these days. Except Expect to keep paying more for groceries in 2022. Prices shoppers paid for groceries climbed 1% in October from September and were 5.4% higher than at the same time last year, according to data released Wednesday by the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Y'all, we got to start storing and we got to start growing. We got to start growing food. It's a must. We going to break the bank just paying for food.
Yep.
And if I can, I'd like to get a scripture, Micah 4:10, because you brought it out earlier, Officer Matthew. The scripture says, "Watch ye and pray." What are we watching for? The signs of the time. Let's check it out when we read Micah 4:10. Go ahead.
The book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion,
Right.
like a woman in travail.
So the scripture says, "Be in pain and labor to bring forth like a woman in travail." So when we read Hosea 5:15, it says, "We gonna seek the Most High in our affliction." We about to get afflicted, right? And people about to be turning to the Lord. But soon as minimum wage start going back up, everybody gonna be going back in their back to their comfortability and all that stuff. But the scripture says it's gonna be like a woman in travail. So pain is gonna keep coming. And that's a sign of the time that we need to be watching for, knowing that Christ is nigh. So I just wanted to drop that in there.
Heavy.
Hey, so when you look at it, a 5.4% increase, right? So if you spent $500 on groceries, you now spending $527 on groceries, which in retrospect you don't think that's a lot. It's an extra $27.
Yeah.
Watch this, 27 times 12, that's $824 a year just on food.
Don't forget gas.
That's just food.
That's just food.
That's just food. Cause gas, wasn't we at like what we had like $1.80 something last year?
Yeah, it was like $1.89 last year.
It's $3.07 now. When we went to Florida, it was like $4 something passing through Florida. In Cali, it's like $5 a gallon.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all of these big cities. All of these big cities.
Hey, and so that's but what we bringing out is very heavy and it's important. But the Most High gave us everything that we need in order to get through these situations, right? So let me get Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, because the Most High gave us this book, and it's gonna get us through whatever tribulations, whatever problems we go through. The Bible is here to help us through that. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times."
So God says his wisdom and his knowledge, which we know as the laws, is going to keep us stable in these times. If we just follow us in this book, we're going to be stable. We're going to be all right. So that's all I had to put. That's all I had to say on that. Wait, read on.
"In strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure."
So the strength, so the wisdom and the stability is going to be the strength that's going to be our salvation. Trusting in the Most High, doing what he tell us to do. Like the leadership been telling us to do for the past almost 2 years now. Winter is coming. Stock up your food. But a lot of us take it as a joke. And then when you go to the store and something like used to get cornbread $4, it was 25 cents. You can get 4 for $1. Now cornbread is 79 cents for one. So you might think, well, it's still only 79%, but it was 25 cents, and it went up it went up 40 cents. We said last week that it was like a 4-pack of steak was $66. I don't know about nobody else. I got 6 children. I don't know what a little 6-pack of steak gonna do for me. It ain't gonna do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take this stuff serious, examine the matter, and really stock up our food.
Hey, that's truly important. All of y'all that got the ability to do so, even if you have something that you grow in your window, there's pots that you can make and grow in your window and stuff like that on your balcony, your patio, whatever. Don't let the fact that just because you stay in an apartment, don't let that, because they got Edomites with a third of an acre, just a little bit of backyard with hundreds of fruit trees and no soil.
None.
You know what I'm saying? And pots and makeshift stuff, bro. Stuff could happen. Like, we need to start getting on it.
Hey, but you know, the Most High told us that. Jeremiah 29. Start at verse 4. Most High told us this, man. See, what y'all got to understand about Jeremiah is Jeremiah prophesied about Babylon. Guess where we at? Babylon. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives.
So he's talking to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all y'all that's here thinking y'all last name Jackson, Johnson, Williams, all that, Tomlinson. He's talking to y'all. Read.
Whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Unto Babylon, America. Read.
Build ye houses.
He said build houses or buy houses. Or if you got an apartment, read.
And dwell in them. And plant gardens.
Do what?
And plant gardens.
Do what?
And plant gardens. And eat the fruit of them.
He said plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. We got to start preparing for famine. We got to start making, we got to make our preparations now. Read on.
Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters. And take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands. And that they may bear sons and daughters.
So it's going in the nation building, read.
That ye may be increased there and not diminished.
So the Most High said, build houses, plant gardens, and continue the nation build. Read.
And seek the peace of the city, whether I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
So while we in captivity, we have to pray for peace. Because guess what? In these times of famine, things are going to get crazy. Y'all think they making these TV shows out of their imagination? TV shows like The Walking Dead where there was famine and pestilence and people start turning on each other and you start getting people like Megan that bash you in the head with a baseball bat? Yeah, that's going to happen. But guess what? Pray for peace. Keep the commandments. The Most High going to see us through it.
Hey, get two scriptures real quick. Get Deuteronomy 28:15 and then Revelations 22:14.
Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
It's just, I got it, you know.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter
People got
28,
questions? Go ahead.
and verse 14.
15.
But it should come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses should come upon thee and overtake thee.
Curses was put upon us for disobeying God's law. Revelation 22:14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
You're blessed when you keep the commandments. So Israel is cursed when they don't keep the commandments. Israel is blessed when they do keep the commandments. So if we're not keeping the commandments, guess what? All of this stuff that we're bringing out is
It's
going to
gonna
affect
happen.
you 10 times worse. 10 times worse. But if you're keeping the commandments, the Lord is going to make a way. Just like Mikael putting out, grow gardens, plant gardens, pray for the peace. Guess what? We know peace ain't coming. That day is over. But guess what? We can still be protected if we keep the commandments.
Yes.
We can still be protected if we come together, if we gather together, O nation not desired. If we still do these things, guess what? We're going to be all right. Just like we was all right in the first Egypt. Just like we was all right there in Babylon. Every captivity, there was some sort of glimmer of hope. Some little sanctuary that we had peace and safety in. And guess what? That peace and safety is only going to come when you keeping the commandments and coming together with your people. Now, I ain't talking about no peace and safety as ain't nothing going to happen to you. Stuff still might happen to you, but guess what? The Lord is going to make sure that you endure through all of it.
Hey, you know what? Esau don't change. When Esau called himself the Romans in 70 AD, you know what he did? He created a shipping container bottleneck. He called it a siege. What is he doing now? He's creating another siege. He's cutting out the food supply.
Also, you in the spirit. I was just thinking that because when we read Ecclesiastes 1:9, it says the thing that had been is that which shall be. So at the end of the day, when you keep on
There's
reading,
no new thing under the sun.
and that which is done is that which shall be done. So it's just happening all over again.
Yep. Yeah. Because there was economic crises. Hey, and that's how Rome fell. Rome started going through an economic crisis.
Right.
And they imploded from within, just like Greece,
And,
like Persian Mede.
Just like Babylon.
and one thing you were saying, officer, you said it's gonna be crazy. One thing that was crazy during the siege, they was eating their own kids. Now, hopefully, it don't get to that point, but that's something that was crazy.
Hey. Haitians over there right now eating burnt bodies.
Get out of here.
See?
They eating burnt bodies.
They been doing that, or
I don't know. They just had a video that was posted earlier this week. Haiti over there eating burnt bodies. Haiti over there eating burnt bodies. That thing was sick. Dude was like chewing on meat and went ahead and got some more. It was a whole leg. A burning body. Dude got a whole leg and took a piece of the calf and ate it.
the thing that was done.
Levi tripping. Stuff going in the world, bruh. If y'all don't see what's going on,
Y'all better pray and watch for real.
y'all better. Ooh. Hey, let's read on in this article.
Man.
Overall, excuse me, I'm thinking about the burnt bodies. All right.
Hey, bruh, it's whew.
Overall, prices, which also include things like rent, cars, and energy, climbed 6.2% over the last 12 months.
Bruh. Prices also include rent, cars, and energy. If you have seen a big jump in your light bill, it ain't your energy company.
Hell yeah.
It's inflation. Inflation.
I thought it was
They better
because winter
deflate
hit.
it.
It's inflation.
They better deflate it.
There ain't no deflating it. The only thing that's gonna deflate is your pockets, boy.
Hey.
They
are
scroll
really
down.
See, I was like kind of preparing myself, like if this happened, I'm like, damn, you know what? I'm gonna just run my generator, but then the damn gas going up.
Damn
Yeah.
if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Within grocery, steaks have been seeing the highest prices jump annually.
Hey. Living testament right here. My wife went shopping and she saw a 6-pack of steak for $66. This is real, y'all. This is real.
Then there was little skimpy steaks at that. They wasn't even like no full blown steaks.
Right.
Some project stuff like 7 steaks or something. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're from New Orleans, you know about 7 steaks, gravy, and rice.
Within grocery, steaks have seen the highest price jump annually, costing 24.9% more in October than they did a year ago.
Bro, that's a lot. 24% jump?
Bruh.
Bro, that's a lot.
You might as well round that up to 25%.
Bro, that's a
24.9.
lot.
Yeah, a 25% increase, bro.
That's
a quarter.
Bro, that's big.
A whole quarter, bro.
Bruh.
Eggs were 11.6% more expensive in October than a year ago. Chicken cost 8.8% more. Cereal was 5% more expensive. And baby food prices grew 7.9% annually. Why are these prices rising? And how much longer will that last?
This the new normal. That's how much longer it's gonna last.
Grocery prices stagnant from 2015 through 2019, but have increased during the pandemic in 2020. Grocery prices increased 3.7% from last year prior.
Hey, just to let you know, y'all black folk that voted, this is your fault.
Ooh,
Keep on reading.
Food manufacturers and grocers have faced higher costs for commodities, labors, transportation, and other expenses during the pandemic.
Hey, was that a Photoshop, or was they really hiring like fast food workers for like $15 an hour?
that's
Nah,
real.
the minimum wage then went up.
So look, if the minimum wage went up, then that means the cost of living went up.
Uh-huh.
If the cost of living went up, that means the value of the dollar went down.
Yeah.
So all of that, that's why there's a higher cost. That's why people are paying more for workers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It costs more to employ people. Like, I swear, $14 an hour must be the new $7.25.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, 14 an hour ain't really,
Yeah.
that ain't really
ain't
getting
hitting on
nothing.
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't really getting nothing nowadays. Like, hey, you need a 2-income house to survive.
Hey.
You need a 2-income house to survive. For all y'all that hate marriage.
2.
You ain't out here surviving this by yourself.
2.
I don't care if you prostitute yourself. You ain't surviving this by yourself.
You need 2.
And now that I'm thinking about it, my dang on mortgage payment went up during the dang on pandemic. Yeah, this might be why.
Bruh. No, your mortgage payment went up because your insurance went up.
Yeah.
That's why. Your insurance went up because of inflation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Transportation is linked to the shipping containers. Keep reading.
Transportation and other expenses during the pandemic. Those costs have escalated in the recent months, leading manufacturers to pass off some of these costs to their retail customers, who in turn have passed on a portion to consumers. The producer price index, which measures the price manufacturers receive for their goods and services, jumped 0.6% last month from September and rose 8.6 annually.
Damn.
Persistent supply chain pressure means higher prices at the grocery store.
So, remember, supply chain pressures. Because the products are not getting to the dock, and the docks ain't getting them to the trucks, and the trucks ain't getting them to the stores. Now there's a higher demand. Higher demand means higher prices.
And from a business aspect, I can attest to that because I have a little small business myself. At the end of the day, when we see the prices rise up from what we have to buy, at the end of the day, it still has to be a profit made in the business. So let's say he's a supplier. If he goes up $2.50, if he goes up $2.50 on that, I'm not going to pay that. I'm gonna pass it on to you. So that chicken you used to buy from me for $10, now it's $12.50. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that happens. That's how it works.
Yep. Black people know about inflation. They know about inflation. And wickedness, they know about inflation.
Yeah.
Persistent supply chain pressure means higher prices. Oh, excuse me, where I left off at.
You might as well go ahead and finish reading it since you started over.
Hey, nah. Hey, let's go to the other one. Because it's gonna continue on with this. The one that Cap posted from Captain Zakar. Global food prices hit 10-year high. Yeah.
Global food prices hit 10-year high amid supply disruptions, factory closures, and political tensions. Food prices have surged a new global peak, hitting their highest level since July 2011 and extending the 30% increase recorded last year. According to the latest United States Nation Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, report, the FAO Food Price Index, which tracks the international prices of a basket of food commodities, found that in October, the cost of a basket of food was up 3% on the previous month.
See, that's some Esau stuff right there. Look, the cost to make groceries went up 3%. Talking about a basket, a basket of groceries. No, the cost to make groceries went up 3%. Read. Did you about to say something?
I was just gonna say like 3%. Like we might look at it and be like, that's not that bad. But when you make groceries every week, and then not only the groceries, now your light bill's going up, now the gas going up, now your rent going. Y'all about to feel it. Y'all like a little 3%. I ain't sweating it, but it's all over.
Hey, get that in 2nd Ezra. I think it's 757. Watch this. I want y'all to see this, bro, because this right here, this is some tribulation. Yeah.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man is born up, the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said.
So if you're overcome, meaning all of the sins that you was caught up in, you didn't overcome them. You let them overcome you. You didn't fight. You didn't endure. You're going to receive the same punishment that everybody else received. That second death, that lake of fire, not getting eternal life. So all of this is the condition of the battle that we have. And if you don't keep the commandments, you're still going to lose. Read.
But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
But if you get the victory, meaning you endure, you're going to receive the thing that we say, that he said. Read on.
For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him. No, nor me, which have spoken unto them.
Now, they didn't believe the prophets, just like the prophets are out right now. Now, watch this. Jump up to verse 47.
Verse 47. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment?
Right now, we in a time of heaviness. What profit is it if we look for this time to be heavy and to be full of trial and tribulation, and then we don't keep the commandments, and then we still get punished after we die? I burned my hand before. I don't want to know what it's like to burn without flesh. I don't even want to know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? To have your soul burn? Hell no. I'm not trying to feel that. Like, look at what our people are going through right now, and you got to understand that there's another punishment after this if we don't repent. Like the scriptures say, what profit for a man to gain the whole world, lose his soul?
Right.
They got people that's well off, that this pandemic and these economic crisis thing, they're not even really feeling it. They're not even affected by it. But they still going to die, and they still going to get punished after they die because they're not keeping the commandments.
You know what? That's our people being simple as hell. That's what that is. Ecclesiastes 8:5. I'm going to show y'all why I say this out. People being simple as hell, not keeping the commandments. Seeing the things that are going on, seeing the times that we in, and y'all still want to be out here with the fornicating spirit, with the putting hands on each other spirit, with the one to smoke weed spirit, whatever y'all out there doing, it's y'all simple as hell. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing.
So if you keeping the commandments in these times right now, you're going to feel no evil thing. All this stuff that they're planning, all this stuff that they're targeting for us, this pandemic, this economic crisis that they're planning, all this stuff ain't going to come close to us if we keep the commandments. Read.
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
A wise man's mind discerneth both time and judgment. We understand the times that we in, and we understand the judgment that's going to come if you ain't keeping the commandments.
That's why leadership is pushing everybody to get their pantries in order. Because when food does start getting scarce, guess what? We have an Acts 434 system that can be applied. Matter of fact, let's read that. Acts 434. We have an Acts 434 system that can be applied so where your family ain't going to go hungry. Your family ain't going to starve. Y'all ain't going to want for nothing. Y'all are going to have exactly what y'all need, just like we used to have when we was in the wilderness right after Egypt.
The book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 34. Neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them and bought the prices of them of the things that were sold, and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto every man according as he had need.
So distribution was made according to what you needed, according to the size of your family. Just like in the wilderness, it's like, look, you gather this much for according to every man's eating. You gather twice as much for 2 days.
So
We knew portion control.
So when they came and they brought everything together and distribution was made, it was made by the apostles to people whom they knew in their congregations, right? Who were around in those congregations.
They didn't give it to perfect strangers because the scripture said, don't help a sinner.
Right, or somebody that went MIA.
Yeah. Well, if they MIA, then
They're a perfect stranger then.
you can't get it. You can't get action if you're missing in action.
Right,
You can't get in on the action if you're missing in action.
right.
Yeah.
And don't be them people that wait till the last minute, and then all of a sudden, you trying to hurry up and buy food, and you coming to us trying to get food off us. No, you should prepare. Get Proverbs 22 and verse 3.
Yep.
We saying this stuff right now, so cause black people always do stuff last minute. We always want to wait to the last minute, procrastinate. Oh, it ain't that bad right now, so I'm gonna be good. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself.
A prudent man is a cautious man who looks towards the future. He do what? He gonna do what?
A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself.
So we showing y'all the evil that's to come. If you're a prudent person, if you're a prudent man or woman, you're gonna hide yourself from this famine. You're gonna hide yourself from this. Read on.
But the simple pass on, and are punished.
So don't be simple. Don't be dumb. Because to be simple means to be stupid, to be dumb. Don't be dumb and then don't have no food for your family.
Hey, you know something? Every man in Israel always say they want to be austere like Christ. You know what? A part of being austere is being strict and regimented, having a plan in place, following that plan, and not deviating from it. To be austere means to have a simple life.
Hey, so what you're saying is, if people ain't controlling their eating now, they
They
ain't
ain't
control
gonna-
their
no.
eating when we have to do this.
No, they're not.
They're gonna be greedy.
Yeah,
Just like they greedy now, they're gonna be greedy in the future
Uh-huh.
when they have to divvy things up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at it. What Officer Mikael is saying is not far fetched. If you can't discipline your eating now, you can't eat once a day. All right, you can't eat once a day. You can't eat within a certain window, and then that be that for the rest of your day and not eat. You gotta eat all doggone day. You're gonna be in for a world of hurt when we
Yep.
have to actually give according to what you need.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A pound of beans can last you 5 days. We do it all the time.
They might eat it in two.
We do it all the time. They might eat
real.
it in a day and a half. You know what I'm saying? Have beans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And bean cake snacks.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
cake
I'm gonna get a little scoop of the bean real quick. Nah, bro, you gotta. This right here is
Be
serious.
disciplined, man.
Discipline. It's gonna get disciplined now, because when the rubber meets the road, and we gotta be disciplined. We have to be disciplined. You're gonna want that discipline. You're gonna want being regimented. You're gonna want those things. This stuff is important.
Also, can we get that definition real quick, because discipline is something that our people don't know about. You know,
Yeah, we're gonna get
it's
that
foreign.
definition. We're gonna wrap up after that.
So discipline, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using punishment to correct disobedience.
So discipline, training people to obey rules, keep the commandments and live.
Hey, does that mean rehearse the righteous acts?
Yes.
Training people to obey rules?
It says using punishment to correct disobedience, going into slavery on the bottom of slave ships, losing your name, losing your identity, being shot down in the middle of the streets today, being subject to payments.
Right.
This is training y'all to keep the commandments. Going through this pandemic is training you to keep the commandments. Being called a nigger is training you to keep the commandments.
Damn, that's heavy.
So with that, look, we hope that y'all enjoyed the show tonight. We're gonna close out. All right. Look, the time is getting short. Things are starting to heat up. I suggest that we start together as a nation, growing our food, getting our pantry stocked up, making sure that when the time comes that we have the ability to feed those that are around us. Get your own personal pantry stocked up.
Yes.
All right? Do it now because prices are going to continue to rise. So get the stuff that you need now while it's in the rise so that when it reaches its peak and all hell breaks loose because people don't want to pay all of these high prices, you straight. All right, go ahead, Elvis Mikael.
Hey, so in the spirit of Acts 4 and 34, give alms. Because guess what? When you give alms at your local school, they can use that to go toward the pantry. So give alms at your local school. You can do so by dropping it in the drop box of your local school's PayPal address. If you want to give alms to IUIC New Orleans, you can do so via PayPal at iuic.neworleans@israelunite.org. If you want to give to the greater body of IUIC, you can do so via iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org via PayPal, or you can join the Booster Club to help us push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth.
Israel United in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. So that's been Precept Upon Precept. We appreciate y'all, brothers and sisters, joining in. Remember, tomorrow, TGI Fridays. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Deacon Laba, Fix Your Face,
Book of Our
Fathers with Bishop Yawasab, and also ending the night off with Friday Night Raw with Deacon Asaph. Y'all know how it is. You know how we do. I pray everybody has a good Sabbath. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless him. Officer Matthew.
Officer Mikael.
Officer Thomas.
Officer Iran.
And with that, we say,
Shalom.
You listening to Precept on Precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collision when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to Precept on Precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collision when we teach it, brains reset. Putting in the work for the Most High. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' ride. Showing you our past didn't stop with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. Judah is something special, they can never be that.